next guest is, Guy Bavley, the CEO of Actifile. This is our fourth presenter here. So Guy boasts over 2 decades of experience in high-tech and SaaS sectors, having led product portfolios exceeding 20 million. With a strong track record of team building, innovation, and product success, he combines self-starter leadership, exceptional execution skills, and effective communication to establish influential relationships with key decision makers. Take it away, Guy.
Thank you very much, Kelly and Matt. Happy to be here, excited to be here. We'll talk about managed data security for MSPs and how Actifile enables MSPs to enter the world of data security. So why now? Why is sensitive data such an exploding concern? First of all, because of privacy awareness. There are more and more regulations, privacy regulation on a state, federal, and even global level. But more importantly, because of consumer concerns. Consumer concerns are, the number one thing that can take a small and medium enterprises down because of a breach or loss of data. Because of the growing concern for external and internal threats. So ransomware that now mutated to stealing the data and not just encrypting it in place. And remote work and shadow IT have turned every employee, even more than before, to more negligent and potentially careless when sharing information, sensitive data, PII, PHI, CUI-based sensitive data with the external world with different non-sanctioned shadow IT applications. And I think most importantly, and this is a big trend that talking to many MSPs recently, the problem of cyber insurance, both for the end customers and for the MSP itself. So renewals are becoming bigger issue. You're required to fill in more and more information, actually touch upon the sensitive data that you have, report on how much, where it is, and so on. And even if you try and succeed to renewal with, higher premium, there's lack of coverage. The coverage is not what it used to be, and it's more challenging for MSPs and their customers. So I want to talk about the myth that I know, many people are, holding, that network monitoring, network security, and endpoint security are good enough. Well, that's a myth, because if you question yourself, how can you protect what you don't know of? And what I'm talking about is sensitive files across endpoints, Windows and Mac, across local on-prem file repositories, Windows, Linux servers, network-attached storage, and of course in Office 365. In SharePoint, in OneDrive, in Teams, and other places. And hackers will penetrate. There's a chance, even though you put those mechanisms in place, that hackers will penetrate. And users will be users, and users will use this, sensitive data in context of shadow IT application, share it with, the outside world. And I'm sure that, backup and recovery tools are in place and are very much needed. You need the EDRs. You absolutely need the network monitoring. But data security should be a very important component, because data security is the tool where you discover, classify, evaluate the risk, and eventually remediate the risk. So let's talk about the MSP perspective. Wait it out, jump right in. I think there are two points over here. First of all, our recommendation is to take a proactive approach. So beyond just, monitoring your network, your routers, your server hardware, and your operating system, patches and so on, we suggest that the right approach is to do a continuous data visibility. Find out what sensitive data there is, who's using it, where is it going through outside the organization, where is it coming from? Very important, because it increases the risk. How much data risk in monetary value is attached to that? Build, using AI tools, data usage alerts. If you run into exceptions or thresholds that, are self-calculated, jump and, alert on that. And again, go and focus beyond just the usual trend of monitoring hardware and servers. And if possible, take a preemptive automatic security approach and protect those files in case they're stolen or misplaced outside the organization. So overall, complete the necessary visibility on your client-sensitive data. But moreover, there's an opportunity to grow and increase revenue, stickiness, and build reputation, leading with data risk. So most MSPs, most of the time, talk about vulnerabilities and gaps and missing, patches and so on. That's technical discussion. If you want to progress as an MSSP and give a solid advice to your customers, use data risk assessment as a door opener. We see across our hundreds of MSPs using Actifile that the fact that they're showing their customers how much data risk there is and in monetary value is a great door opener. It builds new relationships. It gets you into the boardroom in a better, non-technical business way. And it makes you the owner of the data risk and make you a part of the compliance efforts. So how does Actifile work? How does the solution work? It's a managed data security solution for MSPs, which is the only one that identifies any type of sensitive data and automatically, if you want to, encrypts it across endpoints, file servers, and cloud. It starts by deploying it through different deployment options, either on endpoints or on local file servers or on Office 365. Immediately discovers and classifies data according to hundreds of pre-templatized classification rules. It immediately shows the customers how much data risk they have according to a very advanced capability of quantifying the risk, and it monitors the flow of the data in and out of the organization. And if you want to, it will encrypt the data according to classification and decrypt it, for the users internally in the organization. So Actifile can identify the unprotected data at risk, assess the exact financial risk and better comply with privacy regulation, and alert you on data usage anomalies, and if needed, preemptively encrypt data and provide forensic evidence across and cross-breach. So this is how Actifile look in a quick glance, and you can see that there are many gauges and reports that you can gain. And we already have hundreds of MSPs across 2,500 end customers, and we're happy to take more customers and more MSPs on board our data security platform.
So, all right, thank you, Guy, for your time. Appreciate it.